Hello everyone, welcome back to The Daily Dose. I'm Dr. Lance Garrison. I'm a licensed psychologist specializing in health psychology and behavioral medicine, and I serve as the Dean for the College of Professional Psychology at the Chicago School. Today we're going to talk about trust. It's one of those words that we hear a lot, but rarely do we stop or slow down even to fully understand it. And it's not just about trusting other people or even trusting life. It's really about trusting ourselves, our presence, our ability to stay grounded and to grow. And at its heart, trust is a feeling of confidence, a sort of quiet conviction that things can unfold within a dependable framework that holds order and integrity over time. It doesn't always mean that we understand what's happening. It doesn't mean that everything feels good or that it feels fair or predictable. But trust allows us to stay, to remain open in the midst of uncertainty that we're experiencing, to not collapse in on ourselves when life gets hard. And you may find yourself trusting a person or trusting a process or trusting some sort of deeper ideal. And when that trust is rooted not in naivety, but in something intuitive and something grounded, it can become a powerful and stabilizing force in our life. It brings balance, it brings security and openness. And that's why trust is essential to mindfulness. Because if we don't trust ourselves to simply observe or to be present or to learn from what we see, we're really not going to stay with it long enough to see ourselves grow. The practice will feel hollow, maybe even impossible. But cultivating mindfulness means also cultivating a trusting heart. A heart that believes, even if it's in small ways, that there's something within us that's worth showing up for. Even when we feel lost, even when we don't yet understand everything that's going on. So here's an invitation. Let's take a moment and look deeply into what you can trust within yourself. Even if the question's really difficult, and I know it can be, I want you to stay with it. Let yourself dwell in that stillness, in simply being, and you might discover something quiet, but something profoundly real. So many of us go through life unaware of what we're doing half the time. We make choices on autopilot, and then we wonder why we feel stuck or why we feel disappointed. But if we pause and we really observe our actions, our reactions, the ripple effects of the choices that we make, something does begin to shift. We start paying attention. We start getting in touch. And then slowly, that awareness becomes the beginning of trust. What if we could start by trusting just this moment? Not because it's perfect, it's not, but because it's real and it's here. What if we could stand here now and just kind of let go into the full texture of this present experience? And beneath all the noise, you might discover that the moment itself is trustworthy. Through mindfulness, what we do is we experiment over and over and over again with trusting the now, with trusting our breath, with trusting that we can meet whatever arises with a steady heart, and that in doing so, we can uncover something remarkable. And that's that deep within us lives a profoundly healthy and trustworthy core. We all have a quiet strength. We all have an inner knowing. And maybe our deepest intuitions, the ones that resonate with the truth of the present moment, are more reliable than we ever realized. So today, I'm going to invite you to trust, not blindly, not out of habit, but with clarity, with courage, and the kind of presence that honors exactly where you are right now. Until next time, be well.